Okay, so I had a student ask a question about how to calculate the approximate variance and standard deviation. So I will show you how to calculate those. All I did was click on Open in Excel, and it pulled the information up, and I labeled it. I changed the frequency to Fi, and Mi is the midpoint, and the midpoint is just the middle number in between these two sets. 20 plus 30 divided by 2, 50 divided by 2, the halfway point, the median. So there's my midpoint, there's my frequencies. To get the actual mean, you take the midpoint and multiply it times the frequency. So I did this for each row down here. So there's the first one. Here's the second one. 35 times 113. Then 45 times 125. And then 55 times 25. And then 65 times 34. And once you do the midpoint times the frequency, you will add those numbers up and you will divide by the total amount of frequency. So basically, I could change this to 359. That is the total amount of numbers that we have. And you will get this. So it wants you to round it to one decimal place, so 40.9, the 9 would round up to 10, so that is how you get 41 here. Okay, and then for the approximate variance and standard deviation, to calculate the variance, it's similar to what we did before, except now we're going to take the midpoint and subtract the mean. So you're going to do that for each row. Take your midpoint and subtract the mean, and that's how I got negative 16. 35 minus 41 would give me negative 6. 45 minus 41 would give me 4. 55 minus 41 would give me 14. 65 minus 41 would give me 24. And then I will take these numbers and I would square them. So I would multiply them times their cell. So I did that for each row. Then you have to take it one step further and you have to multiply these numbers by their associated frequency. So 62 times 256, and then 4068, you would do 113 times 36, and you would continue that. Then once you got all of those numbers, you're going to add them together and divide by n minus 1. And n is 359, so 359 minus 1 would give you 358. So the variance is just your sum here divided by n minus 1. So your variance would be 129 point, let's see what we had to round to. 2 decimal places. So 129.67, look behind the 7, and you will see the 7 will round up to an 8. So 129.68 for your variance. For your standard deviation, it would be 11 point, you take the square root to get the standard deviation, you take the square root of the variance, and you would get 11.39. And that is what we have here. And that is how you calculate the approximate average, the approximate variance, and the approximate standard deviation.